Let's dive into some exciting tech news. Have you ever wondered how your phone connects to the internet and makes calls? Well, there's a tiny but super important piece of tech inside called a modem. And guess what? Apple just made their own. This is a pretty big deal because for years, Apple has relied on another company, Qualcomm, to supply these modems for their iPhones. Think of it like this. For a long time, Apple was buying a key ingredient for their secret recipe from someone else. But now, they've decided to make that ingredient themselves. It's like they've built their own kitchen to have more control over everything. So, what's so special about this new modem, called the C1? Well, it's making its debut in the brand new iPhone 16e. One of the main goals for Apple is to become less dependent on Qualcomm. They want to call the shots on how their devices connect and perform. This new C1 modem is built using some really advanced technology. We're talking about 4nm and 7nm processes. Don't worry too much about the numbers, just know it means it's super efficient. Apple has also tested this modem with a ton of different phone carriers around the world, in over 50 countries, so it should work pretty much wherever you go. Now there's one thing to note. This first version of Apple's modem doesn't support something called millimeter wave 5G. That's a super fast type of 5G that Qualcomm is really good at. So for now, Apple might still be using some Qualcomm tech in that area. Why is Apple doing this? Well, they've had a bit of a rocky history with Qualcomm, including some legal battles in the past. More importantly, Apple wants to make their products even better. By designing their own modem, they can make sure it works perfectly with all their other technology, like their processors. They believe this will lead to better performance, security, and even battery life. Think of it like this. If you build both the engine and the wheels of a car, you can make sure they work together seamlessly for the best possible ride. That's what Apple is trying to do with their iPhones. Qualcomm themselves are expecting Apple to use their modems less and less in the future, which makes sense. They've been the main supplier for iPhones for ages, but it looks like that's starting to change. Even though Apple is making their own modem now, they still have some agreements with Qualcomm that last until 2027. This means they might still be paying Qualcomm for certain technologies during this transition period. So the big takeaway here is that Apple has taken a huge step by creating their own modem. It shows they're serious about controlling their own technology and making their devices even more integrated. This first modem is just the beginning, and it'll be really interesting to see how Apple develops this technology in the years to come, and how it impacts the future of smartphones and connectivity. Alright, that's the breakdown for today. If you found this interesting, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more tech insights.